is to honor and recognize the extraordinary contributions of North Central State College alumni, whose creativity, boldness, and purpose and community involvement exemplify excellence in our region. A beautiful new Alumni of the Year wall will grace the Byron Key Center for Student Success. So when you exit this room, you'll see it straight ahead on the wall. The Alumni of the Year inductees will have an evergreen recognition plaque for our students to be inspired by and enjoy. Please stop by and view the display before you leave today. Nominees for the Alumni of the Year were to be a graduate of North Central State College who have demonstrated growth and excellence in their business of profession. They should have made a significant contribution in their field and display a strong commitment to the community through leadership by giving of personal time, treasures, or talent. Finally, the Alumni of the Year should be a shining example of what can be accomplished from obtaining a degree from North Central State College. The alum selected for this honor earned her associate's degree from North Central State College. She began her banking career with Richland Bank 14 years ago as a part-time teller. She became full-time in just a few months and was promoted to teller supervisor just shortly after her first-year anniversary. She then assumed the role of assistant branch manager at the Marion Avenue Banking Center, taking over as branch manager of the location a year and a half later. In July of 2008, this alum became the human resource manager for Richland Bank and later added United Bank as part of her HR responsibilities. In 2017, she was promoted to assistant vice president. What stands out to her colleagues is her passion for training and education of staff. She is not just the HR go-to person at Richland and United Bank, but for the Park National Corporation. She has been a part and led multiple projects for her cooperation that impact over 5,000 employees. Her commitment to helping employees grow and thrive professionally and personally is evident in everything she does. It does not end there. She is a servant leader, volunteering her time and talents for the following organizations: Ohio District 5 Area Agency on Aging, Domestic Violence Shelter of Richland County, Workforce Investment Board, St. Peter's Parish Development Board, Pat Cracker Breast Cancer Fund, United Way of Richland County, and the Area Agency on Aging Foundation Board. On many of these boards, she has served in an officer position as president and treasurer. Please join Ricky and I in welcoming North Central State College's first Alumni of the Year recipient, Beth Malaska.
I'll lower that down, I'm a little short. Thank you so much for this honor. I am humbled by it. North Central State provided me the foundation of the skills that I needed throughout my career, both before the bank and especially with my career at the bank. Any of the accomplishments that I've been able to achieve throughout my working career after completing my degree at North Central State are truly based on the skills and the achievements that I was able to obtain while I was attending school here. So thank you very much.
Next, I'd like to welcome up our Community Engagement Vice President for our board committee and a leader at our Mechanics Bank, Sally Gasoris.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you and welcome. I serve as a member of the College Foundation Board and chair the Engagement Committee. I have a wonderful group of folks who are on the committee with me, and we have great discussion and we bring great ideas, and hopefully we'll continue to do so. I have the privilege right now of introducing our first keynote speaker, student speaker, Ron Hedrick. Ron is a non-traditional student, majoring in business management. He's expecting to graduate in December of 2019. His plans for his degree is to return to the workforce in an entry position, in the management field. We'll learn a little more about Ron, his journey at North Central State College, and his future aspirations. Please join me in welcoming Ron.
Wow. Thank you for having me. First question I'd like to ask is, whoever's a donor, please raise your hand. Take a look around here. You guys are one of the most important people in this room today. Along with the people receiving the scholarships, you guys are a vital, important aspect of allowing us to achieve our academic success. I was privileged to attend a seminar probably about 10 weeks ago concerning higher education performed by the state of Ohio. Governor DeWine has put an initiative out there by 2025, 65% of the workforce should require some type of secondary education or certificate. So your contributions to North Central State is greatly appreciated. The students who receives it is even more privileged to have the opportunity to succeed. Now, about me. Well, I'm humbled. 50-year-old man returned to college after 28 years in the workforce. I worked for Rolls-Royce in Mount Vernon Siemens for 28 years. A poem that I remember reading in high school was The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Upon graduation, I chose to enter into the factory work. I chose to accept the opportunities that was presented to me at the time. Couldn't afford college, even though all my high school courses was college prep courses. I come from a single mother, never knew my father. We lived in poverty in Mansfield, Ohio. This is a typical community that we live in today that continues to, as some national statistics have said, we're the 43rd worst city in the country to live in. I don't believe that. But your contributions allows us to become stronger leaders within the community. Those leaders is who we are that's going to go out and we'll eliminate that number 43. We'll become the best that we can. We'll become the best city in the state of Ohio as a result of your guys' contributions. Now about me. As I said, I'm 50 years old, non-traditional, single parent, raised 5 kids. My wife, I've got to bring into this because I'm so proud of her. We both had catastrophic job losses 2 years ago. We both lost our jobs at the same time. We was both able to return to school. And I'm happy to say she graduated ahead of me in the summertime, but I'll be part of that statistics of Governor DeWine's 65% in December. I had a speech wrote out on paper, but I decided today on my way to class, I'm not going to go by the speech. I'm going to go speak by the heart. The heart is what it's all about. I lost my job, like I said, 2 years ago. Most our employees, 500 of us, was matured, senior workforce. Most of us gave 25 to 55 years of our life loyalty to the company, only to have the company pull the rug out from under us. 2 of us chose to come back to school, and both of us chose North Central State. There's a reason we chose North Central State. The history of graduation, the history of job placement, and the opportunity to become leaders within the community that we serve. And yes, leaders serve. Leaders create leaders. Leaders doesn't bring people along. Leaders create leaders. So the opportunity that I had gone into business management here at North Central State, I became active in the TRIO. My goal that I originally set was to graduate on the dean's list every semester, and I'm proud to say, after midterms today, it still appears I'll have 6 straight years of dean's list. I belong to the 2 honor societies here. I'm vice president of Sigma Alpha Pi. I just truly believe in what this college has given me the opportunity to do. President Diab, I have the utmost respect for. I've spoke at the board several times. The leadership between those 2 allows this college to aspire individuals to become youth, become educated. I'm also been a volunteer coach for 12 years at Mansfield Senior High. I've advocated just from the standpoint of getting these kids at the earliest possible time into academics, get them into the college education courses. And several of our football players has enrolled and are students of North Central State. So with that, my future, I was able to work in my internship at Stone Ridge. My second day in my internship in environmental health and safety, the environmental health and safety manager quit. So here I am this summer as an intern running environmental health and safety at Stone Ridge. Honest to God, we went through an ISO audit. We were successful in the ISO audit, and I thought I had the job. They promised me a job. I was going to be a supervisor over supervisors. But it was on contingency, there's an individual who's off sick. Well, my last week there, guess what? The individual showed back up. So I returned back to class. No problem. I believe things happen for a reason. There's higher opportunities for me out there. So I continue into my last semester. The greatest opportunity is to be part of this graduating class. I've created so much friendship. I've mentored so many youth. My first day in class, I'm sitting there dressed up, just as old style student used to always go to class first day, had everything new on. In walks the younger students. First thing they ask me, do we have assigned seats? I'm like, really? I'm like, I don't know, I'm a student. And they all look at me like, oh, okay. But that's the start. My favorite role model was Beth France. My first essay I wrote. I believe she went through more pencil than I had black ink on the paper. I'm like, oh, what am I in for? Is this for me? But her support and dedication to me, and the TRIO dedication to the underprivileged, the diverse population, is what has allowed us to be successful. Your guys' support, you guys are supporting an ungodly amount of individuals that is going to be successful within our community. A community college, the students that attend the community college has a purpose. Their purpose is to stay in the community, to grow our community, and to make our community better off from what it was yesterday to today. So with that, that's enough talking about me. I'm happy. I can't speak more of the leadership that the foundation's created, the board's created, and President Diab, his guidance. So I'm going to leave you with one quote, and it's by Harry S. Truman. It's one of the things I thought was probably one of the most important aspects of what I thought, what I see. And the quote was, "Men make history, and not the other way around. In periods where there's no leadership, society stands still. Progress occurs when courageous, skillful leaders seize the opportunity to change things for the better. I believe I'm going to be that leader that's going to change things for the better. So I appreciate it. The students who's receiving the scholarship, you guys are privileged. Use that to advance your guys' education, advance what society is going to look back on you in a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road. And just remember, everything started here at North Central State. Thank you.